Also, China is a nation that not aggressive during the past thousands of years, but conquer the whole world is always the first principle of CCP since it was born, cause the fundamental goal of Marxism is so-called finish the capitalism by violence and liberate the human race. In April 13, 1967, an article from China's official news, People Daily, said Chairman Mao always says that must obey what Karl Marx said. Only if we liberate the whole human race that we can free ourselves. Proletariat is the most suffered and oppressed class in the history, and we will union all oppressed class to beat the capitalism down. The capitalism country led by United States will be buried soon. Also, because CCP was not chosen by vote, so they have to make their own story to persuade Chinese. In their propaganda, they claim that their only leader can make China get rid of the 100 years of humiliation. In the late Qing dynasty, China was beaten by European countries, which are seen as barbarian by Chinese, and Japan, which is vassal states of China for long. It left a huge mental damage to Chinese, and what is the most significant proof of CCP make China great again is beat other countries and even take their land, like what they did to China in the history. Xi Jinping himself is also a big reason. After Mao Zedong's death, China enjoyed a peaceful time for decades, but it's very up to Chinese leaders' personality. Xi Jinping was totally different from them. According to WikiLeaks, American government have investigated Xi Jinping when he stole the chief of Zhejiang province. It said that Xi was not interested in women, wealth, and other pleasures. He never talked about this stuff with his friends when he was a teenager, but he's really fond of the power. He planned his political career very early, and he is driven by ambition and self-protection. He is super fanatism in socialism value, cruel and unpredictable. According to BBC in 2012, when he talked about the dissolution of the Soviet Union, he said there was no man in Soviet Union. Nobody fought against Gorbachev. Now he is the most powerful man in Chinese history, and now he just unlimited his tenure. What he want to do next is very obvious. If he like nothing else but power. Psychologist Carl Jung has a psychology analysis depends on his meeting with Adolf Hitler. He said, Hitler never smiled, looks unhappy all the time. His only one goal of his life is build a great empire to assuage his anxiety and wash the disgrace of Germany. The former Prime Minister of China, Wen Jiabao's white glove, Shen Dong, has recorded in his book Red Roulette. Xi Jinping is a very reserved and serious man. Don't like to talk and always hiding himself. Seems have no feelings. From those records, we can get obviously similarity between him and Hitler. They are can only get pleasures from the achievement of their goals. Adorno concludes that dictator would have same personality, the extreme loyalty to some value or idea. They think their own nation is the center of the world, and is superior to other nations, treat other nations as a threat, extremely stubborn and live in their own world. Dictators were never satisfied with the things he already ruled. Putin already owns the biggest country in the world, but he's still not satisfied and launched the invasion to Ukraine. It will all the same to Xi Jinping, and expansion is not only a goal, but also the guarantee of their safety. Democracy country can influence other countries' transformation. We can see it in the history of East Europe. Because the existence of democracy countries would give people under dictate an example Tell them there is another way to live. According to American political scientist Samuel Huntington, since first democracy country appeared, democracy is a trend. More and more countries become democracy with the time pass by. And finally, dictatorship will disappear, and it definitely means the death of dictators. They have too much blood depth to people. So actually dictators, they are swimming against the current. They have to desperately move forward, increase the power of dictatorship, and extinct the democracy. They are like a gambler, bet all they have, they already cannot stop. Extremely nationalism is always a mental disease of Eastern Asian countries, including Japan, Korea, and especially in China. Chinese government have to brainwash their people, make them believe every misery of their life is due to Western countries. They have to make Chinese people hate someone else, or they're gonna find out what really happened, and begin to hate CCP. With years of propaganda by Chinese government and the dramatical decline of Chinese economic, Chinese people begin to out of CCP's control. They're killing foreigners on the street. In June 11, 2024, 4 Americans are attacked in the park. One of the victims, David Zambner, said he didn't have any interaction with the knife man until he saw the blood on his arm. He realized that he was attacked. July 8, 2024. A knife man tried to attack kids on the Japanese school bus and made a Chinese woman dead. September 18, 2024, which is the date Japan invaded China in World War II. A man killed one Japanese child on the street of Shenzhen. When police post his picture on the internet, people comment that he's a hero, please don't catch him. The Chinese, who are poisoned by nationalism, is erupting their hatred to the world. If Chinese government don't make aggressive action to satisfy them, the government will lose the support of Chinese. So they have to be more and more aggressive. So if we just allow it goes, every one of us will pay for it sooner or later. Taiwan will be next Ukraine. South Korea will be the next Ukraine. Every country would be the next Ukraine. None of us will be safe. But is it means Chinese people are totally evil? No, there are still many Chinese fighting against their evil government. Never believed CCP's value. When knife man tried to attack Japanese school bus, Hu Yuping, who is a Chinese woman, just had her grandson fight against the knife man to protect Japanese kids and sacrificed her life. After Shenzhen's attacking, people put flowers to the dead kids, deeply confused about what this nation have done these years. People are not born as good or evil. There's supposed to be somebody to teach them what is right and what is wrong. Japan was a much crazy nation before 1945, under the brainwash of militarism. But after it's forced to be a democracy country and embrace to modern value, Japanese become the most nice people in the world. Also, we can see this change in Germany after World War II. So, what we can do is overthrow the Chinese government, let Chinese people connect with the civil world, and teach them by correct value. So, please like and subscribe. Help me spread the truth to more people. Thank you very much.